All right. We are live. Yes. And so, yes, I am super excited today because I have the honor of having a conversation with two cast members and the director of A Mother's Hope. Yes. So yesterday we were able to do an interview
April,
with two
April,
other cast members. Yeah,
April.
yes. Uh-huh.
What
Yes.
we doing with this shirt? Come on now.
What you mean? My shirt is a whole vibe. I don't even know if you on it. Like y'all, I know y'all. Yeah. So what's the problem? I don't get it.
I am. Your approval isn't needed.
Oh, that's what you're
Yeah.
trying to say?
I mean, it's a whole. I mean, we got okay. So yesterday was all like, oh
I need
yeah,
to see
everybody's
your
great.
face, April.
I wanted y'all to see my shirt. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, and we wearing shades. Okay.
All right, y'all. So today is a whole new day. And today we have okay. Two of the villains are in the building from A Mother's Hope. And so we
What?
want to give it up for Mr. Jonathan. And we want to
Thank
give
you.
it up for Mrs. Leilani. And I just messed it up, did I?
Yes.
Leilani. Yes. So I'm gonna take these glasses off now because it's
Them's
cool
my
and hip.
people. Them's
Yeah,
my
those
people.
are they the villains. Now they the villains. Now, so we was all super,
Oh, goodness.
nice. Yay, what did you do? And so we want to be able to, capture the entire film. And so we have Jonathan. So Jonathan, he played Junior in the movie, and then we have Leilani who played Angel, but she was not an angel. I'm gonna just say that. And then we have Bo Harris, who he is the director of A Mother's Hope. And so you guys, we want to just we're waiting on people to come in. So we're gonna give them an opportunity to come in while we're waiting. If you guys want to share, this to your pages, you can share it to your page,
Okay.
and so we can let other people. It's one thing for it to go to my page, but you guys have your own family and friends. We want your family and friends to see and be able to, be joining in on the conversation in this film and, all the hard work that you guys put into it. And so we're gonna just wait a little bit. Look, Bo did the opposite. He looked all astute today. Okay. Is
Well,
that what directors look like?
I had to take care of some business today, so I had to do my
We
due
got the
diligence.
jacket on and all.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Sir.
You over there, you getting
Sometimes
checks?
you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's a check jacket.
A what?
Going to get checks jacket. I love it.
Know that.
All right. And so, okay, so A Mother's Hope, just so you guys know, like as you guys are coming in, that we premiered A Mother's Hope just past weekend. And so the movie premiere is already passed, but we wanted to come on so you guys could be able to meet some of the cast members, talk to the director, so that that there is another showing. And so we have two showings that are coming up this upcoming weekend on Saturday, the 25th, and then the 26th. But what
No,
time?
24th and 25th.
See, and that's why you got to ask. All right, y'all. Let me
Saturday's
see.
the 24th.
Gotta get my camera right.
Okay, I like that. That's better.
That's better.
That's better.
All right, you guys. All right.
You
I
had
think
all
that
that shirt madness going on earlier.
man, like I'll be honest with you. Okay, so this shirt, I did not buy it, so y'all know, because this is so not my attitude. That's not my that's not my personality. And
Really?
no, it's not. No,
Okay.
it was given to me as a Christmas gift, and so I'm like, well, sometimes, it's like that's not my prerogative if you don't like me. And so I know I called you guys the villains, but I think that you guys are phenomenal people. And, which brings us to, let's jump into this conversation. So we have.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Sure.
Because if everybody, if you have seen the movie and you recognize Angel, who is Leilani Williams, you see how mild-mannered and calm she is, and unlike the character. I just want you to just see that. Because that's not who she is on screen.
So they actors. I mean, they're actresses. So they're doing, and which brings us to let's talk about it a little bit, Bo. So, Johnathan.
Yes, ma'am.
You played a role of Junior, and so with Junior, he is the antagonist, or he is that the person that we would say that dark character, and so when you think about villains, we don't like a villain. In this character, would you say that he's anything like your personality?
Anything like my personality? I'll say it's a 50-50. Like I said, I've never viewed Junior as quote unquote the villain. It's all about your perspective. But the way it's shot in tourism, I would say 50-50 for the simple fact, once you watch the movie, and if you have watched the movie, towards the end that integrity moment shines through with him. The honesty shines through with him. So despite what he may or may not do throughout the movie, towards the end you can see who his character truly is, and that is what I can respect from Junior, and I can relate to that.
You know what? And just because you talked about
good, bro.
like
That's
integrity,
good. I like that.
Yep, I know it shines through the character in the end. When I think about so villains sometimes, right? They get a bad rep, but one of my favorite villains, and I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all have one. One of my favorite villains, and it's not because of the way he looks, so I want y'all to judge me, but Black Panther. Okay. When Michael B. Jordan played the villain in that movie, it was, it's like frustrating to see somebody, like that darkness, and it's like, dang, why can't he be good? Why can't he be good? But at the end of the day, I felt like you're able to see these layers with that character. So it's hard for me to hate him. I didn't want him to die. I didn't want him to die. And we're not gonna get the movie away because we're not gonna say if Junior's character dies or not, because we don't want y'all. We want y'all to go to the movie to see. Yeah, you got to go to the movie to see. But I'm just saying that, you sometimes see these villains, right? And you're just like, oh my gosh, like I hate them. But there's something that could be likable, again, about a villain, because how did you get there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? Like that kind of thing. Right. And so, Bo, when you were writing the film, if you could talk to us a little bit about, your process of, creating the characters that, that we saw on the screen, including, Junior and Angel's role.
Let me do one thing, because as a photographer, this is bothering me. So this thing that's behind me, this black thing, I'm a musician. I play bass. So this is my bass case, and it's like, let me pull this down. Okay. My Marcus Miller bass is in there, so I'm going to move that out of the way because it's like elongating my head. That's all I want to say. So, and there's my mic stand. Got to move the boom mic.
He's ready, y'all. He's ready. He's prepared.
Okay. There we go. I'm good now.
He honestly did this yesterday too, y'all. Yesterday he was directing us, telling us that the shot ain't right. You gotta move. That's where I'm kind of it's like you ain't even. Yeah, you're not directing us.
We're good.
Directing us. I'm losing my mic. You're not directing us. But no, okay. So that's just Bo. Bo, like you work for Action Jacks, and so like you work as the
Action News Jacks. I've been in television for 25 years, but with these characters, one thing that I did do is, if you notice, like with Junior's character and the main character, Jacob, they were best friends growing up. And as they got older, they each kind of went their separate ways. And for me, like something like that happened to me in high school. When I had best friends growing up in elementary school, we got to middle school, and in middle school you start to see that division, and then one goes this way, one goes that way, one goes the other way, and that's basically what happened to us a lot of times in real life. The friends that we grew up with, as we get older, sometimes we drift apart because our interests change. Angel, however, was a little different.
Okay.
Angel came from a family life, a family of, I want nobody to throw no rocks. I don't get no emails. But Angel came from a family line, and you might not even know this, Leilani, from a family line of predominantly strong women. And in that line, certain things were taught, and she used those things to her benefit as she saw what she wanted and pursued those things. Let's keep it there.
Yes, without saying too much, but like when you talk about seeing what you want and going after it, like, and that was basically what Angel's, like that was her part and what she played in this movie or in this film. Like, how much of your personality is like Angel's?
I would say a way that I could resonate with her is by being a go-getter. Because they're just like her. I'm gonna go get it. If I want something, I'm gonna have it. But in a better way, in a different light than she used it in,
Okay.
And some people don't know this about Leilani. Leilani is actually a model. So
okay. I can see that.
Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Yeah. Like, I want to know, like, what do you say?
No, nothing bad. Nothing bad. I don't want people thinking that she's like modeling lingerie and nothing like that. I'm just saying she's Leilani is a model. She does some really nice things. But nothing bad. I don't want people to get the wrong impression. I'm just trying not to get too much away of the movie. That's where we are.
Right. No, I am a model. I've modeled first, and I've been modeling for years until I finally got into the realm of acting. And then I've just been expanding myself in the industry, everything in between. So that's why I'm here now.
That's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about how did you hear about the audition for A Mother's Hope? How did you hear about that?
How did I hear about it? I heard about it through social medias. I think I saw it posted on my page that they were hosting auditions and everything like that. And for me, this was my first movie audition. So, I took a leap of faith.
You did a great job.
I'm breaking comfort zones, and I went to audition, and, I did great. I felt good about what I did, and it worked out. I ended up getting a role for Angel.
Now, can I say something about Leilani's audition?
Okay, sure.
When Leilani came to audition, I felt like, okay, so we watching her audition, and I think she felt like she didn't execute like she wanted to. So she said, "Can I do it again?" We gave her another character to read. And so she don't know about this, but afterwards, all the auditions are recorded, of course. So the casting team got together and it said, we watched her mannerism and we're like, oh, she would make a good Angel. And that's so that's what happened.
She became an angel.
She became an angel.
I love it. And so, you know what? Talking about the process of making a movie, Johnathan, if you could answer this, like, how did you prepare for your role as Junior? What did you do? What was your process like?
Truthfully, I just looked at. So one thing about me, I'm very observant. I've always been told learn from others' mistakes, so you don't have to make them yourself. And similar to what Bo was saying, I got a lot of inspiration from a dear friend of mine that I grew up with. Same neighborhood, same everything, but we sort of took two different paths. And so just looking back on that, on some of his mannerisms, the way that he portrayed different things and the way he looked at different things, and sort of just always resonated with me. So ultimately it's a part of who I am, but it's just different, like you said, layers. So that's honestly it. I just get inside of a dark room, try to get my mindset right, get inside character, and just take it from there.
Y'all both were definitely believable in your roles as the bad people. I mean, good people with good hearts.
Just misunderstood.
That just has, misunderstood. Yeah, I love it. Well, you know what? One of the things that I love about A Mother's Hope is the fact that, not only that we have a African American filmmaker here, but also that it is shot in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm not from Jacksonville, but for whatever, like I love Jacksonville. Like I'd be like, dude, yes, you are. Like, you think that, you're like you ain't from here. You need to represent where you from. But I love Jacksonville. I've been here for many, many years. It's been over 2 decades. And so one of the things that I love about the city is, the terrain with the beaches and with being able to have access to, the rivers. And so I just think that Jacksonville is a beautiful city. And so with you being able to film here, this question's for Bo. Can you talk to us a little bit about how the process of you scouting out some of those locations for where the movie took place, and like, was it difficult?
Wow. So the location scouting team, we basically sat down, went through the script, and like wrote down what locations that we needed, and some of the locations that was in the movie, some of them actually are not in Jacksonville. Like we said, we shot a jail scene in Nassau County. We used Nassau County Jail for that.
Okay.
I mean, just little stuff like that. But what we did is we went through, found out what scenes that we needed, and we went from like place to place. Like one restaurant, I didn't know. I've never been in that restaurant until the day we shot it. That's something like Danielle found that restaurant and came back with pictures, and then we got together. I was like, oh yeah, that's a great spot. Let's do this. Let's do that. And so the cookbook, we used that as one of the restaurants that we shot in. Now, like in the school, the movie is set on like schools, teenagers, and we actually end up using 2 Christian schools.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so
2 different schools.
2 different schools, but when you look at the movie, it's like, oh, that's one school.
Yeah.
And then the gym was a totally different location. So 3, I guess you can look at 3 schools and the locker room, like all that. So 3 really. But at the same time, when in business, when you're shooting and bringing in a lot of people, you got to have your right insurances. You got to make sure $1 million policy in case anything goes wrong. So we had to make sure all that stuff was covered. But it wasn't as hard as we thought it was going to be. And one thing I learned about when you're doing movies is when you're writing a script, do not focus on locations. Write it, make the best script you can, and then go find that location. If you can't find the location, build it.
I love it. One of the things, like, it's interesting, Jacksonville, I bet that, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jacksonville has had other movies that have been shot here. And, hopefully, there will be more to come. Like, for instance, did you guys know The Devil's Advocate was shot? A part of it was shot in Jacksonville. Mm-hmm. And now that could, yeah, like, and they used the court scene. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's like one of those like major films. And so Jacksonville does have some appeal to it. So, which brings us to, like, okay, so what else can we do? Like, what else can we expect from both film works as we, like, what are some other projects are you thinking about doing, or what's the future like?
Wow, actually, we have, so I have a writing team, right? And the writing team, we're in the process of writing I think we settled on 13 episode television series called Choices. And that Choices, actually, we're thinking about using Jacksonville as the big city, so to speak, in that movie. That television series, that's going to be really interesting. But we also are working on a script called Trying Times, which is the next movie. Hope to be completed before the end of the year. But those are the next two projects that we have coming up right now. We're actually getting ready to jump on the bus, as it were, traveling to several film festivals and stuff like that. There's a Black Film Festival in Miami that we went to last year. It was amazing. There's also another film festival in Albany, Georgia, the largest Christian film festival in the United States by the Kendrick brothers. They were the ones that did War Room. Yeah, so we're basically on the move, trying to do a lot of things, try to cover a lot of ground.
That's awesome. So some big things happening with both film works. And so you never know. We may see Leilani and Johnathan, maybe coming up in another role. You never know. I think that is so awesome, to be able to have the opportunity to be able to, shine on the big screen. Again, for those who, are just joining in, we have 2 cast members from A Mother's Hope on right now. And then we also have the director, Bo Harris, Jacksonville. We want you to show out. If you can come for the last 2 showings, which is going to be this upcoming Saturday at the Regency AMC. On Saturday, it's going to be a showing at 6 p.m. And then there's going to be a showing on Sunday at 5 p.m. You can always, you can follow, if you're like on my page, I'll put a QR code for you guys to scan so you can go straight to Eventbrite and buy the tickets. And so you can get the tickets early. You don't have, if you're not in the city of Jacksonville and you want to support, please do. And we can always find a way to donate those tickets. I think I mentioned that yesterday. And so, share the information with your friends. I mean, this is an opportunity for us to highlight our city. He, utilized not only, people that were from other cities, but he also used a lot of local talent for some of those roles and those positions. And so you could be able to see somebody that on the big screen. And so I think that is awesome opportunity. With that being said, is there anything else you guys want to share about your experience with this film?
Yeah, one thing I do want to talk about is how the ending of this movie is not typical.
Okay.
And so I kind of want see if Johnathan and Leilani would talk about how they felt, what they thought going through the script and not depicting the ending. Go ahead, Leilani.
I would say for me, going through the script, the ending caught me completely off guard. Even when the movie premiered and just watching it, it was just like, wow, we really feel those type of emotions. But this movie is definitely worth the watch because it has a deeper purpose to it, a deeper message. There's plenty of messages throughout this movie that depicts in just real life. Showing us signs and messages. When God is talking, you need to listen. Our intuition tells us, warns us about being in the right place at the right time, wrong places at the wrong time.
That's true.
100%.
Go ahead, Johnathan.
I would definitely say the ending, gearing up to, something is going to happen. As far as which way it's going to happen, that's what sort of throws you off guard. You expect one thing, and then something else happens. So I will say it did catch me off guard. It sort of makes you trying to choose my words carefully here without giving away the ending. But it definitely, I will say, being a part of being at the premiere and then hearing the audience and their reaction when certain scenes unfold, it definitely shows you that everything isn't expected. Everything isn't always what it seems, and I think that's a great thing that you've introduced to the movie, And I hope moving forward you have more scenes and more events unfold in that manner.
Awesome. I agree. And I think that he will. You guys were phenomenal in the movie. I represented just for you guys. You guys, please go out and support this film. I think that it is a wonderful, heartfelt film, and it is a Christian movie. And so we thank you so much for your time. Please, I didn't say this throughout, but if you guys got questions for any of the actors and the actresses and or Bo, please drop them in the lines, and he'll respond, or they'll respond to you. I hope that we get to hear from you guys, or we get to see you show up on Saturday or Sunday. And so you guys have a great evening. Thank you so much. All right. Bye, guys.
You can always go to our website at bowfilmworks.com. You can send messages, requests, or even if you act or you got some ideas, things you might want to do, send us a line. The email is bow@bowfilmworks.com, and we'll respond.
All right.
Thanks, April.
All right now. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Bye.
All right. Thank you for having us.
All right.